Over the weekend, millions of Americans hit the streets to protest Donald Trump because he's incompetent, he's a dictator, he's a fascist, he makes the worst choices imaginable. And here's a new bad choice that he's making. Trump has planned a $92 million military parade honoring himself for his birthday. I guess he saw the millions of Americans making fun of him all weekend long. So he decided he could never draw that kind of crowd for people that love him. So he has to pay $100 million in a dictator-style military parade to honor himself.
You know who else does this? Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Putin. I mean, this guy is a dictator wannabe like I've never seen before. That is so gross. Where is the Department of Government Efficiency when you need it?
You know what? I haven't heard a peep out of Doge lately because I think there's been a big breakup. I think it's heartbreak, hotel, and I think that Elon is so insecure and so diabolical. We're going to start getting some leaks. But in the interim, let's see how Fox Propaganda Network is having their cult deal with the complete global market meltdown that was 100% created by Donald Trump, because the Wall Street Journal, same owner of the Wall Street Journal and Fox News, just a few days before the election said whoever wins will inherit the world's strongest economy. Trump tanks it. So what are they saying on Fox Propaganda?
That this is precisely what Donald Trump said he was going to do, which is always a shock when a politician does that. And it's what he's been saying for literally decades, that this is what needs to be done to save the American economy.
And I'll just bring up this. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you have to just let him do what he's going to do. Give him some time, because he is a businessman. He's a billionaire. He knows what he's doing. And when does America say, we're tired of paying the most? We're tired of paying and paying and paying and doing what every administration has done. When do we say we're standing up for ourselves and we're going to make free and fair trade? If you're charging us this amount, we're going to charge you that amount.
Okay, the MAGA movement is the biggest battered wives that I have ever seen in my life. The economy was in the process of going upwards post-COVID. Yes, inflation was a global issue. Biden's economy was starting to take off, and they were handing it over to him. All he had to do was sit, tweet, golf, drink Diet Coke, and put on orange makeup. That's all he had to do for 4 years. But no, he has to bring in dumbass Elon Musk, who rips apart the federal government. And here's the thing. She says he's a businessman. He is a convicted felon that was just on the verge of bankruptcy. There's no question about it. He and Elon Musk both, under massive investigation, they made a mutually assured destruction pact so that they could end the investigations into themselves and ensure that they stayed out of prison. And then when you let morons like this off the hook and you remove accountability, this is now the third world country that Trump used to say on the campaign trail. We're a third world country. Well, it's projection, because that's what he wants. He wants to be that.
Well, he wants to be the star of the third world country. It irritates me to no end when Trump is a billionaire because daddy left him money. Trump is a businessman. He's a terrible businessman. And guess what? The government is not a business. It is the government. These Fox News people, I want to just shake her and say, if Joe Biden or Barack Obama was doing this shit, you would be on life support right now. We would be doing chest compressions because you would be so outraged. So for you to sit here and tell people that are losing their life savings and can no longer retire that it's fine because he's a billionaire and he's a businessman, shut the fuck up.
But that's the myth that they keep perpetuating to the American public. If somebody's smart, if somebody's rich, right, they're smart. If somebody has a lot of money, they're good at business. The purpose of business is to make money. The purpose of government is to keep people safe. The two are not aligned to each other. They're two completely different things. Our dipshit governor here, he always says, we got to start running Oklahoma like it's a business. Well, guess what Oklahoma is? A bottom 10 state. Right. But guess what the governor says all the time? We're a top 10 state. I'm like, no, we're not, dipshit. No, we're not. All right, moving along, we have here Trump's message to his cult. He sent out this tweet today as markets are completely crashing. The United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panicking. A new party based on weak and stupid people. Be strong, courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. Okay, listen up, MAGA. What he's saying is quit being pussies.
Right.
You voted for this. Don't be weak about it. And I will say, they started off that Fox propaganda with, he said he was going to do this. And he did.
He did.
He said he was going to do this. So Ackman, the billionaire, Lutnick, the billionaire, Musk, whose Tesla stock Limp Dick City, all Bezos, all of these guys, this is what he said he was going to do. And here's the problem with all of your businesses. If the American public doesn't have money, you're not going to have money either, because then we can't buy shit. And I'm no economist, but I think that's a pretty common thing to figure out. But all of these billionaires, Pumps, they were all so short-sighted. And it tells me that they operate with a lot of fear. They immediately feared Trump and rushed to his side, wrote checks for his inauguration, which nobody was going to show up for, so they had to move it inside because he can't draw a big crowd, so he has to hire the military to do a parade for him. But they rushed to his side instead of standing on principle. And let's just look at how this has played out. Target down billions of dollars. Costco up billions of dollars. People like authenticity, people like principle, people like people that give a shit. MAGA is dead. It's just going to take Republicans in the House to grow a spine, because all of this could end.
Right.
And Rupert Murdoch, a special note to you. This country has made you billions of dollars. You could put an email into your news desks to start changing the tune here, and the cult would follow along. You've had a captivated audience for almost 30 years. You've ruined families, people's retirement. They sit around mad all the time, all because of you. And it's just they could easily start shifting the message and we could impeach this guy, but nobody has the balls to do it. It's so sad.
Well, and they're all such alpha men. I'll tell you what just drives me bananas is he's gaslighting everyone. I'm going to make you broke, but you're going to like it. You just be patient. You've never been patient about anything. You've never had to struggle. You've never even said the word groceries until like the last year. So do not sit there and tell people that are making a living wage just to be patient. And he finally did weak and stupid. That is what MAGA is. Panicking.
Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. And it's just like, you know what? You like the poorly educated.
You do. These are your people.
Oh, my God. Okay. And then here he is today in the White House with the baseball team. I can't remember which one it is. Dodgers. And listen, he's still like, I think, Dementia City. All right. Y'all tell me what you think of this. Pumps, watch this.
Dodgers faced down adversity. You entered the playoffs battered and bruised, but not broken. When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms, but they ran out. It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular, and pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular. But the starting rotation.
First of all, he's reading it. He fucks it up. Did you see his makeup?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
It's really, really bad.
You ran out of arms. You sent your arms.
Got strong arms.
You got strong arms.
This is so embarrassing. And, here's the thing. Like, these short-sighted billionaires rush to him and they embolden him and give him this, other like, oh my God, now I'm so popular. Remember him saying, everybody's coming to me.
Everybody likes me.
Everybody likes me. And then now what's happened with the geopolitical landscape globally is we're the joke.
Absolutely.
They're like, we're not going to do a trade deal with Trump because he could get mad at somebody and then do a tariff because somebody in our country said something about him, or we're not buying enough Teslas or whatever. We're unstable, unreliable because we have a dipshit in charge of the country. And I always go back to Susie Wiles, his chief of staff. She said, I'll accept the position on one condition. The clown car stays out of the Oval.
That is the most jaw-dropping.
You're talking to the biggest clown on the globe when you say that. He literally wears clown makeup to work every day, and you're going to keep the clown car out of there?
Right. And Laura Loomer, Christy No. I mean, the list goes on of the dipshits he surrounds himself with.
Well, and because he's the queen dipshit.
He is the king of the dipshits, the queen of the dipshits.
Okay. No, I mean, honestly, because queens are fabulous. He is
Right.
just.
It's an insult to queens.
Okay. And here we have, this is so classic projection, you guys. Elon Musk. So he retweets this, and somebody had tweeted, terror. Soros-funded Indivisible is openly admitting they are behind the 1,300 paid protests happening today in all 50 states. Democrat billionaires are funding these uprisings, and they should be held legally accountable for violence and vandalism. Musk retweets it. They will be. And he wants to believe that Soros funded this because he would do it if he could get that many people out in the streets to do it. All MAGA could get were the flea bags that broke into the Capitol and took a shit inside of it and went to prison and beat up cops. That's the best crowd they can get. This was all 50 states. Deep Red States, the producer of our show, Kylie, lesbian, she went to downtown Oklahoma City to City Hall. Huge crowd. You saw Utah, huge crowd. Idaho, huge crowds. Of course, all the big blue cities. MAGA couldn't even dream of drawing this type of crowd. So what do they have to do? They say, oh, Soros. Soros paid for it. The biggest titty baby whiner, I have to pay for people to like me, I have to pay to be a good video game player, is Elon Musk. And it's working. He's in the middle of a complete meltdown, and we have to keep the pressure on this guy. This guy is the weakest pussy I have ever seen in my life. He wanted to play stupid games, and now he's going to win stupid prizes, and we need to keep the pressure on. The swastika car is the worst car ever invented. Glare at people that drive them. Now, if any of our sweet viewers drive them and you can't trade in right now, make sure you get one of those good stickers as a caveat to owning it.
Okay, what I want to know when I hear Elon Musk and the right talk about George Soros, who I could not pick out of a lineup of two visually. Where is irony lost on them completely? Does Elon Musk not realize he is who he claims George Soros is?
Well, the thing with Soros is George Soros is Jewish. And so it's been a very anti-Semitic, decades-long trope that the right has folded out for their anti-Semitic WASP base.
Gotcha.
And he is a big donor, but he believes in civil rights. He believes in social justice. He believes in democracy. He believes in democratic causes, and he donates a lot to it. But they just can't wrap their head around that a billionaire would care more about human rights than about getting more money. Also pile on the fact that he's Jewish, so it's like the perfect storm. They always roll out Soros because in their mind, if you're a billionaire, you're a piece of shit like Musk, like Bezos, like Trump. You know, like, why wouldn't you try to destroy as much as you can and get more money? You're a big dick, swinging dick billionaire. So they can't understand that somebody can have money and want to be charitable and care about other human beings and human rights.
It's just amazing to me when Elon Musk, I mean, I'm like, Elon Musk, you're the one giving $1 million checks to voters in Wisconsin, motherfucker.
No
Take
shit.
a look in the mirror, dude.
Yeah, I know. But, I think this works on their base. Like that connection that you so easily made, Pumps, and I think tens of millions of us make that same connection. I think when it gets twisted into the MAGA bubble, they're like, oh yeah, Soros. And then they're all paid and they just believe it like little sheep, like little baby snowflakes. Okay, last up, this is a little gossip for Pumps that I know that she'll love. This is just a little inner MAGA problem going on. Alina Hobbit is no longer following Eric Trump on Twitter, and Eric Trump has stopped following Alina Haba. So this is just, this kind of stuff is bound to happen. There's going to be some inner MAGA conflict that's going to happen. And you just get your popcorn because we're going to cover every sordid detail of it as it evolves.
Alina Haba and Eric Trump. I mean, just talk about two fucking morons going after each other. I mean, we're talking scraping the bottom of the barrel. When you look at Trump's orbit and his advisors and his appointees, I mean, you cannot find bigger dipshits if you searched the world over and that was your number one quality. I mean, I look at these people and I just think, Alina Habba, huh? U.S. Attorney for New Jersey.
All right, guys, we're on our way to 1 million subs, and we'll see you all tomorrow.